Hi and welcome to Wild Think. Here, we'll be telling you how to play chess if you've never played before. If you're a complete beginner, but have always wanted to play, then stay with this video. Playing chess involves two players, each starting with 16 pieces. A king, a queen, two rooks, two knights, two bishops, and 8 pawns. The game is played on a grid board with alternating light and dark squares. So, let's see how we'd get started in a game of chess. Position the board so each player has a white square at their bottom right corner. Pawns are placed on the second row from each player. Rooks go in the corners. Knights are next to the rooks. Bishops are next to the knights. The queen goes on the remaining square of her own color, white queen on white, black queen on black. The king takes the last square next to the queen. So, the goal is to checkmate the opponent's king. This means the king is under threat of capture, in check, and there is no legal move to escape the threat. So, what are the main moves in a game of chess? Pawns move forward 1 square, but captures diagonally. On its first move, it can move 2 squares forward. The rook moves horizontally or vertically any number of squares. The knight moves in an L shape, 2 squares in one direction and then 1 square perpendicular, or vice versa. It can also jump over other pieces. The bishop moves diagonally any number of squares. The queen combines the power of the rook and bishop, moving horizontally, vertically, or diagonally any number of squares. The king moves 1 square in any direction. So, what are the game's special rules? Castling involves the king and one of the rooks. It's a move of the king 2 squares towards the rook, then the rook moves to the square the king crossed. This can only be done if neither piece has moved before in the game, the squares between them are unoccupied, and the king is not in check. En passant means, if a pawn moves 2 squares forward from its starting position and lands beside an opponent's pawn, that pawn can capture it as if it moved only 1 square. This must be done immediately after the first pawn's move. Promotion is when a pawn reaches the opposite end of the board, it can be promoted to any other piece, usually a queen. How does the game end? Checkmate is when the king is in checkmate. Stalemate is when a player has no legal moves and their king is not in check, the game is a draw. The game can also end in a draw for other reasons, like insufficient material to checkmate, threefold repetition of a position, or the 50-move rule. Chess is a game of deep strategy and tactics. Beginners should focus on understanding how the pieces move, controlling the center of the board, and ensuring the safety of their king. As you play more, you'll start to recognize patterns and develop more advanced strategies. Thanks for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to the Wild Think page.